Val Kilmer, the enigmatic Hollywood star, has a dating history as captivating as his on-screen presence. From high-profile romances to more private affairs, we're exploring the intriguing relationships that have shaped his life. Cher and Val Kilmer had a romantic relationship in the early 1980s, lasting from 1982 to 1984. Despite their 13-year age gap, Kilmer was 22, and Cher was in her mid-30s. Their bond was deep and meaningful, marked by humor, mutual respect, and shared artistry. Kilmer attended Cher's birthday party in the early 1980s, introduced by a mutual friend who thought they would connect. Their friendship quickly turned into romance. Cher openly addressed their age difference, noting that younger men were less intimidated by older women, while older men of her age group were not interested. Both Cher and Kilmer were described as alpha males, leading to occasional clashes but also making their relationship passionate. They bonded over shared humor and creativity. The couple used playful nicknames for each other, such as Valus Maximus and Cherus Reprimandus. They split in 1984 after 2 years together but remained close friends. Cher has described Kilmer as exasperating and hysterical, yet someone she deeply admired. Cher supported Kilmer during his battle with throat cancer in the mid-2000s, housing him in her guest house while he recovered. She praised his bravery and artistry, calling him a Renaissance man. Kilmer has also spoken fondly of Cher in his memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, recounting their connection. Val Kilmer and Michelle Pfeiffer had a brief romantic relationship in 1985. They dated for a short period, from early 1985 until April of the same year. During this time, they also appeared together in the ABC after-school special One Too Many, which was directed by Pfeiffer's then-husband, Peter Horton. Kilmer has written about his relationship with Pfeiffer in his poetry, reflecting on their connection in his book, My Edens After Burns. Despite their short-lived romance, both actors have maintained a professional respect for each other over the years. Val Kilmer and Leslie Ann Warren had a brief romantic relationship from September to November 1986, lasting about 2 months. Though short-lived, their connection was a notable part of Kilmer's dating history during that time. Val Kilmer and Joanne Whalley met on the set of Willow in 1987 and married in 1988. They had 2 children, Mercedes, born 1991, and Jack, born 1995, both of whom pursued acting. Whalley balanced her career with raising their children, but the couple separated in 1995, with their divorce finalized in 1996. They continued to work together on projects, including films in the early 2000s. Despite their split, they remained close, co-parenting their children and even collaborating professionally in later years. Val Kilmer and Cindy Crawford had a brief romantic relationship in 1996. Their connection occurred shortly after Kilmer's divorce from Joanne Whalley. The relationship lasted from March to May 1996, making it a short-lived romance. In his memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, Kilmer expressed deep affection for Crawford, stating, I loved Cindy and just kept loving her. He even remarked that her love was too much to bear, and joked that he could have died from her love. The couple reportedly traveled together and enjoyed a globe-trotting adventure during their time together. Part of the reason for their breakup was Kilmer's disapproval of some advertising work Crawford did for a bar, which he later admitted was unreasonable. Despite their brief romance, Kilmer has spoken fondly of Crawford, describing her as smart, funny, and an excellent cook. Val Kilmer and Elizabeth Shue were co-stars in the 1997 film The Saint, where they developed a close friendship. While rumors circulated about a romantic relationship between them, both actors have denied these claims, attributing the speculation to tabloid gossip. Both actors described their bond as a strong friendship that developed during the challenging filming conditions in Russia. Shue noted that their friendship grew over time rather than being instant. Val Kilmer and J.C. Gossett, a producer and dancer from New York, were romantically linked in the late 1990s. Their relationship was described as consistent during that period, following Kilmer's high-profile relationships with Cindy Crawford and other notable figures. The couple was seen attending events together, and Gossett was referred to as Kilmer's most consistent leading lady at the time. Val Kilmer and Daryl Hannah had a brief but deeply significant romantic relationship from 2001 to 2002. Their connection began after co-starring in the film In God We Trust, later renamed Hard Cash, and they lived together in New Mexico during their time as a couple. In his memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, Kilmer described his breakup with Hannah as by far the most painful of all his relationships, stating that he cried for half a year after their split. He admitted that his love for her remains intact even years later. Val Kilmer and Neve Campbell reportedly had a brief romantic fling in the late 1990s. Their connection began after meeting at a party in Los Angeles. The relationship was discreet and lasted only a few months. The romance ended quietly after a few months, with no significant details about the reasons for their split. Val Kilmer and Angelina Jolie were briefly romantically linked during the filming of Alexander in 2004. While their relationship was never officially confirmed, Kilmer has openly expressed his admiration for Jolie in his memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry. Kilmer and Jolie met on a New York street before being cast in Oliver Stone's historical epic Alexander. They played King Philip II and Queen Olympias, respectively. Kilmer described their bond as meaningful and deeply personal. He was present during a difficult time in Jolie's life when her mother, Marceline Bertrand, was battling cancer, and they were staying in the same hotel. Kilmer wrote that he couldn't wait to kiss Angie, and described her as perhaps the most soulful and serious of all his past loves. He praised her as being more gorgeous, more wise, more tragic, more magic, and more grounded than other women and superstars. There is no confirmed romantic relationship between Val Kilmer and Paris Hilton. However, photos of them kissing in 2006 sparked rumors, though neither party ever addressed them publicly, leaving their connection unclear. Val Kilmer and Zeta Graf had a brief romantic relationship in 2005. Their connection remained private, with little public information available, making it a lesser-known aspect of Kilmer's dating history. Val Kilmer and Winona Ryder had a brief romantic encounter in November 2005. The connection occurred after a night of socializing at Kilmer's rented mansion on Sunset Plaza. Their interaction was a one-time encounter rather than a long-term relationship. After 2005, there is limited public information about Val Kilmer's romantic relationships. His personal life became more private, especially as he focused on his health and family following his throat cancer diagnosis in 2015. Kilmer's last major film appearance was in Top Gun: Maverick in 2022, and he passed away on April 1, 2025.